National Coloured Congress Member of Parliament Fadiel Adams is expected to return to the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry in Pretoria this morning. Adams, who started to testify yesterday, is facing further questions about his role in the investigation of senior crime intelligence officials. Well, for the latest, let's hand it back to Sakina and Canny for more. Sakina?
Well, thanks, Leanne, and welcome back to Bridget Mabandla Justice College, and Canny with me, of course. Canny, just going back to the role that Fadiel Adams played in what ultimately became that investigation and a subsequent court case against senior members of the South African Police Service, especially in the intelligence department of the police. But, of course, some of the finer details. We spoke earlier about the chronology of events in terms of the complaint and, of course, why he went from Cape Town to Gauteng and all of that. But then, of course, with regard to that Section 27 referral and what he had to say, and I guess the Commission will go further into this today, with regard to Rapesu and Drew Ramsamy and then Perumal, because there was a bit of a discrepancy in terms of the interviews and what came out of them.
Yes, he's very vague on this subject, and this is something that needs to be paid close attention to, because we do know that Rapesu and Ramsamy are very clear that the Section 27 referral affidavit that they got had the political killings task team featuring quite prominently. When they went to Cape Town, that was to get A1 statements. He gives a blanket statement of, I gave them one version and whatever they did after that is none of my business. Well, it's important as to what happened in Cape Town. Did you or did you not give a second set of A1 statements to Dylan Perumal while in Cape Town? Because if you didn't, it means that those statements were allegedly manufactured. So he can't divorce himself from the conduct of IDAC because it's all premised on the claims that you make, not only in your Section 27 referral affidavit, but what then you do from your A1 statement, which Drew Ramsamy testifies that all of these statements he took didn't take them anywhere in terms of the investigation, but there was still this purpose of we must still proceed with this matter, or we must use these authorizations to get different information, all from a complaint about a forklift. How did that turn into a case about the appointment of Brigadier Dineo Mokwele and the taking of devices of Vusumuzi Kath Matlala in order to allegedly link top cop General Fani Masemola and even his daughter? How did you get from there to that? And he seems to say that he's shocked by IDAC's conduct, and whatever they did after that is their business. And I don't think it's that simple when your statements, multiple statements, are part of the reason why this case was able to advance forward. Because if you ask the IDAC officials what Project Diversion was about, or where it emanates, or where it begins, it's from Fadiel Adams' statements. So it's either those statements were allegedly manufactured, it's either he made the complaints about the PKTT, or he is someone that had nothing to do with it, and all of this was allegedly manipulated from the initial complaint that he made. If he doesn't give that clarity, the Commission is no wiser as to what really was taking place during that particular saga.
And of course, that will, of course, be looked into in much further detail today here at the Commission. And we saw, of course, yesterday where Fadiel Adams basically disagreed with what Drew Ramsamy had said about the evidence that he had given to them. She said it didn't take them very far. He said that's not what she had said on the day when they met. Well, all of that will be back in stark focus today here at the Madlanga Commission. But for Morning Live, this is where I say goodbye. But of course, Ayanda Nyati will be here for the agenda, and then Tebegile Mkototo for SA Today. And Canny Maphanga, of course, she's the mainstay here at the Madlanga Commission, bringing us updates throughout the day. It's back to you, Leanne.